Oh, Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Philadelphia. I rooted for you guys in the Super Bowl because of the Eagles. I'll root for you guys for the Sixers in the playoffs. But one Philly team I cannot stand is the Philadelphia Flyers. Or as I like to call them, the Philadelphia Criers, because that's all they did after today's game is cry and cry and cry. But take that, Philadelphia Criers. You and your sorry, pathetic fan base, literally, you deserve to lose this game today. And you deserve to lose this series. The Penguins just outplayed you guys and outclassed you guys. But I will give credit to two people on the Flyers. I will give credit where credit is due, and that is Sean Couturier for his injury playing like that, how good he did, and for Michael Neuver, who was probably the best goalie that the Philadelphia Flyers had, even though he allowed 7 today. And yet all the Philly fans want to do is complain and complain and complain. We're going, oh, that was tripping. That should not have been a Jake Gensel goal. Listen, according to the rule books, and especially how the referees called it, he went for the puck first, then he tripped. Therefore, it is not tripping. So get your facts straight, Philadelphia Criers fans. And I'm so glad that we beat your freaking ass in this series. We destroyed you guys. You guys had 2 lucky games. We had a very lucky break in 2 of the games. So otherwise, on the road, you guys did not have an answer for us. And it was incredible, to say the least. I am absolutely so happy that the Penguins I can't believe they dominated this entire game. And especially when they dominated most of the game. The third period, they dominated. It was absolutely incredible. Jake Gensel with 4 goals today led the Penguins to a big win. And now we wait to see who they will play next. But the Penguins overall, though, I will address some issues, though. Their defense does need to improve a lot. Their transition defense killed them this entire round against the Flyers. They allowed a shorthanded goal. They allowed some pretty bad goals in general. Their transition defense needs to improve big time. Matt Murray can't be your rock throughout the entire series. He didn't have his best game today, but he made the saves where it definitely needed to. But overall, though, the Penguins need to improve on their defense. That's the biggest thing where we need to get in there, because the defense needs to improve big time. Their offense is great. Even though Malkin missed today for undisclosed leg injury, I think he'll definitely be back for game 1 of the second round game, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Overall, the Penguins scoring was great. Transition defense needs to improve. Defense needs to improve. That's definitely for sure. But overall, you really can't complain about the series. We dominated Philly for the most part and just looked absolutely incredible. And I'm so glad the Penguins are moving on. I waited 6 years to defeat this team in the playoffs. 6 years we waited to beat this team's ass in the playoffs, and we did, and it was incredible. So, yeah, Philadelphia Criers fans, have fun on the golf course, because you guys aren't back in the playoffs, are back home once again. But overall, Penguins, we got to improve our defense overall. I don't know about this next series who we're going to face yet, just because it is between Columbus and Washington. Right now, Columbus has looked terrible in the past 3 games. They've lost the last 3 games in a row. They're going to Columbus to play in Game 6. You don't know what's going to happen. I'd rather see a Game 7 where Columbus can win, because it was the first time all series where a home team won a game in that series. So I really don't know what's going to happen in that series overall. But it's going to be tough to say the least. So right now, I can go ahead and preview the next opponent, which is probably going to be Columbus or Washington. I can really just preview both of them, because both teams have looked terrible on their respective home field, except for Washington got a very lucky shot in Game 5. But it's going to be I don't think that they're going to – either Washington or Pittsburgh or Columbus are going to be better than Philadelphia, to be honest. I will give you that, because Columbus and Washington – they're going to be tired coming into this series against the Penguins, who are now going to have a lot of rest. I think this is going to 7 games. I think both the Toronto and the Toronto-Boston series and the Washington and Columbus series are both going to 7 games. And they're going to be tired. If they play like another overtime game or 2, they're going to be tired coming in against the Penguins. And Penguins are going to take advantage of that. I think the Penguins will play much better in the second round. And I don't think it's going to be close because you guys played 4 out of the 5 games you played in this series have been overtime games. Was one of them a double overtime? I wasn't sure if one of them was a double overtime game, but you guys have oh yeah, one of them was a double overtime game. Game 3 was. Game 3 was a double overtime game. And you guys are not good at home. Let's be honest. You guys are not good at home. The Penguins look incredible. If we play you guys either at Washington or at Columbus, we're just destroying you. Like, beyond. Our goals against average for the road, let me go ahead and say it's 5 plus 5 plus, so it's 18. So that's 6 goals a game on the road. You guys should shit yourselves because you guys do not do very well at home, either one of you guys. So playing in Pittsburgh, they didn't look great at home this year, but the Flyers are definitely competitive. I will give them that part of credit because Couturier had a great shot that went the Penguins. That was pretty much a very close game. Could have gone either way. But we looked really good. Our first game at home, we looked really good. I think it's going to be more of the same. You guys aren't really going to come back against us. So that being said, it's going to be interesting to see who we play. I still think we're going to win either one of them. Because Philadelphia, I think, was much better than both of you guys. Like both Columbus and Washington. So that's what I got to say about that. The other series, there's some been pretty surprising. Vegas Golden Knights, their first playoff series ever, leads to a sweep, which is pretty insane. I'm just not here like that. But yeah, it led to a sweep. Their first ever playoff series against the Kings. Very close games. Then you had San Jose, who also had a sweep against Anaheim, which I was completely surprised about too. Both sweeps are very surprising. Minnesota defeating Winnipeg pretty convincingly. Winnipeg being Minnesota pretty convincingly. Really, Minnesota had no chance with injuries. And then Nashville, Colorado is going on right now, which I'm watching. And that's going to be a 3-0. It's a 3-0 Nashville lead. I think the series is over. So the second round's pretty much set. It's just the rest of the Eastern Conference are waiting to hear up because Tampa and Pittsburgh right now are the only 2 teams from the Eastern Conference in the next round. So we'll see what happens overall. But thanks to the Philadelphia Criers fans for being such gracious hosts and letting us score so many goals and beat you guys at home. We swept you guys at home. We went 3-0 on the road. While you guys really couldn't do much. You guys only scored around 1 point. Is it 8 divided by 3? Give me a second. I think it was around 2, like right around less than 2 goals a game compared to our 6 on the road. So Columbus and Washington, I wish you guys the best of luck in your series, but you're not going to get past the Penguins. Let's be honest. You guys are just going to be a walking stepstone into our run for the 3rd straight Stanley Cup. Oh my God, now it's 4-0. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. The Penguins win the series 4-2. They went 3-0 on the road, 1-2 at home. I think I'll definitely change going into the later games. I definitely think we'll be a lot better at home in the next couple of games, but we'll see. But otherwise, I'll see you guys later and stay awesome. Have a great night and fuck the Philadelphia Criers because you guys are a bunch of pussies.